We're looking at another animal for today's video as we explore the dolphin kick. If you are looking to go into a more competitive form of swimming, then dolphin kick is an essential kick to learn. This is because it is used for all transitions and also the stroke of butterfly. It is also the fastest underwater kick that there is, and in fact the fastest way to swim underwater, period. This is due to the streamlined nature of the kick combined with the strength of both legs pressing down simultaneously. Although dolphin kick looks very simple to perform, and on paper the methods to performing it aren't very hard, people still struggle with this kick. The way to perform it is to have your arms in streamline. When you have pushed off of the wall, you will start the upbeat of the kick. Here, lift your lower leg up but still keeping your legs long. Your hips will lead this by thrusting backwards, up if you're on your front. With this motion, you will then, again leading from your hips, thrust forwards or downwards if you're on your front, hard. Your legs will then follow this motion as they stay long, and at the end of the kick you will then flick the kick out from your toes. From here the motion resets by lifting your hips up. So the majority of the kick is coming from your hips and lower core, with your legs just acting like paddles to increase the surface area so that the kick will generate more power. As mentioned before, the hardest part of this kick is the motion, so we will go through progressive ways to do that here. Start by choosing a few points in the pool that are roughly equally spread apart. If you are swimming widths and have the lane lines to work with, these are good markers. Every 10 meters you should have 2 points. You are then going to perform a dolphin kick with your hands by your sides. Note, it doesn't matter how your kicks look at the moment. When you get to your designated points, you are going to dive to the floor. Do this with your head down so that you breathe prior to diving. You are going to tuck your head in and lift your hips up. Once you have dived down, you are going to flick your legs and toes to straighten out your body and then come back up to the surface. Do this again at your next points. Once you have gotten the hang of this, you are going to increase the amount of markers that you have per length or width. Roughly 4 per 10 meters. There will only be a slight difference this time, and that's that you will have to dive shallower in order to fit in the amount of markers. You still need to make sure that you are starting from your head and lifting through to your hip, and then flicking your toes at the end. By this point, you should start to feel the rhythm coming into play. The final part you are going to do are mini dives for the whole length or width. With these, your body should barely be going underwater, but you should still be able to feel the kick travel right the way through your body. Use the surface of the water as a guide. If you can feel your hips come out of the water and then afterwards feel your toes come out of the water, you're in good stead. Once all of this has come together, try the same but in streamline. When doing this, you won't be diving down with your upper body, it'll only be your hips and your legs that are diving down, so you use that lower core. Although we have just covered the main fault in detail, we will cover 2 more just briefly in case you perform either one of these and you don't know how to correct them. Bending your knees. This is usually found in people that are natural breaststroke kickers as they struggle to straighten their legs and relax them whilst kicking. This motion will look like they are pressing the water forwards and backwards rather than up and down. To help fix this, you are going to take out the kick completely and perform the aforementioned rhythm drill. You will start by just pushing off of the wall and doing 1 dive and flick, and then starting again. Once comfortable that you are flicking at your toes at the end of the kick rather than pressing your legs, you will then perform a second and so on so forth. Once you can achieve a whole length of this, you will then try and up the speed in which you kick. This will then hopefully lead into a better looking dolphin kick. Feet coming apart. This one happens a lot in younger children as they can't feel their bodies just yet. So what you are going to do here is to put one big toe on top of the other big toe. This allows you to have a point of reference of where your feet are supposed to be whilst kicking. This can, however, hinder your kick as it forces you to bend your knees more whilst kicking. So when you feel like your legs are together, try and just place them side by side. Start by squeezing tight together and then loosening as you progress. And that's a second swimming motion named after an animal done. Just remember, the dolphin kick is all about the rhythm. So crack that first and then you will find the kick so much easier to develop. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Remember, if you enjoy the content I put out, then click the subscribe button here. And if you want to do some more learning, click on the latest video here. As always, have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one.